Sorry, dumpster. I didn't leave any in there. All right, Tom's rant. Tom's rant farmers. First, let me say I am absolutely not bashing farmers. Okay. A few fun facts for you. You never see this on the news. Farmers, pretty much worldwide, are protesting, okay, because of the high cost of everything. So when Biden cut us from being an independent, energy independence, that actually caused worldwide cost of fuel to go up, okay? Kind of a chain reaction. Okay, Sri Lanka. Sri Lanka made all their farmers stop using fertilizers, okay? So what happened? Major crop failures. The people ended up doing an insurrection and actually overthrowing the government. The Netherlands, they're told their farmers, you got to cut down on how much fertilizer they use. So they're in a way they're protesting. So there's protests worldwide over what's going on. Most of it's to blame with the whole go green shit. Okay. Now I don't like the idea of using chemicals. I really don't out here because of my bee garden. But anyway, that's not what this is about. I don't want to get sidetracked. I did do this video earlier, but it was like 2 minutes, so I'm cutting it down. In the 1930s, a farmer, that's why they're called family farms, in the 1930s, shows you how much stuff has advanced. Let's see, where's it at? 1930s, a family farm grew enough crop basically to feed 4 people. Okay, I'm not talking these huge thousands of acre farms. I'm talking about the small little homestead farm. I'm surrounded by farmland. Then you fast forward for 40 years, and then it went from 4 people to 73 people. Then you jump forward again, and because of the bioscience, the genetically modified organism, people don't like, oh, GMO, no. I can guarantee you that almost every single thing you eat has had or does have GMO in it, genetically modified. Now that same small farm produces, thanks to innovation, thanks to genetics, thanks to fertilizer, that same farm that in the 30s produced enough for 4 people now produces enough for 155 people. There are 915 million acres of farmland in the United States alone. There is approximately 2.2 million farms. Used to be a lot more than that, but the small guys were ran out of business. We actually export more than 50 types of agricultural products worldwide, and that's one of the reasons prices of all our stuff shot up. When I first started selling grain overseas, the price of bread, this is back in the 70s, price of bread went from like 25 cents a loaf almost to $1 a loaf. I think it was 80 cents. So anyway, we're not going to get into that. The point is the cost of fertilizer, okay? And you think, or did I already mention that? The cost of fertilizer in this year here, the cost of fertilizer for farmers went up 30%. And you figure, that's not that bad. But wait, in 2021, last year, the cost of fertilizer went up 80%. So in the last 2 years, I'm not blaming Biden because he took office 2 years ago, but in a 2-year period of time, the cost of fertilizer has gone up 110%. That's not counting what farmers spend on fuel. Because look at the cost of diesel, how far that's gone up. So this whole green thing and stopping energy production and all that literally is destroying livelihoods. It's destroying, anyway, we won't get into that. Farmers spend approximately $24.4 billion on fertilizers, soil amendment, lime is natural, to help their crops. But anyway, I just wanted to bring it to people's attention that the cost of farmers, and you say, and then you can look at it and say, well, that farmer has to pass that cost on to the customers. That's not true. Farmers literally have no control over the commodities market. Now, if these farms all had their own silos and they held on to all the crops, then yes, they could watch it, and if the price gets it because there's a shortage, then they'll make more money. Around here, a lot of these farmers sell directly to the grain elevator because they don't have the ability or the funds. Another thing about farmers is it's a guessing game. Farmers go to the bank, they ask for a loan for this year to cover their seed and their fertilizer costs. So the bank knows that that's a risky loan, so there's always a high percentage. You have a crop failure like in Michigan. In this area here, we haven't had a lot of rain, so the soybean crop is going to be way down than it should be. So a lot of these farmers are going to take a loss. The bank don't care. The bank wants their money. So anyway, I was just pointing out how important farmers are. And the cost of everything going up. So now the farmer, yeah, he'll get more than he did last year because the commodities market goes up. But as all the wheat and corn and soybean and apples, oranges, cherries, all of the agriculture products that are grown in the United States, the price of all that stuff has increased. Not because of the farmers, because of the cost of inflation. The cost of fertilizer, the cost of fuel, all that stuff is costing so much more money. It's really hurting the farmers, and you see more and more farms going out of business because they can't keep up with the cost. And in the end, all that cost is passed on to you, the consumer, and that's why inflation is out of control. Everything is costing more because we're no longer energy independent. People don't realize how important oil production is. But anyway, I just want to thank everybody for watching my videos. There's a piece that I tied on the end of this that I already recorded that I'm going to leave on, so it's not over quite yet. So anyway, I really appreciate everybody that watches my videos. If you want to subscribe, hit the little B in the bottom right hand corner. It'll notify you every time I upload a new video. And anyway, I just appreciate everybody watching my videos, and thank you so much. I really do appreciate it. Up over 58,000 views. That's a lot of views. Won't make any money until you hit 1,000 people. But anyway, just thank you so much for watching my videos. And when you go to the polls this November, look at the cost of inflation and everything else, how it's skyrocketed in the last 2 years. You want to get the economy back to being strong? Vote the people that are in now, vote them out. So anyway, thanks for watching. Had to throw that in there, pissing people off. One thing I forgot to mention about farmers. So anyway, like I say, the commodities. So they're traded on the open market. So a lot of you, who cares? A lot of the green new people, the woke people, oh, well, we don't care. They got to stop using chemicals because it's fertilizers, because it's killing the planet, which it's not. That's flat out lies. Otherwise, the planet would be dead. So anyway, when that farmer goes to the grain elevator to sell his product, yes, he's going to get more than he did last year and the year before that because of inflation. But he's not going to get what he needs. So anyway, the price of wheat. If you think about wheat alone, wheat is in the majority of dry goods. Cereals, breads, donuts, pretty much everything, okay, that is grain-based takes wheat, takes corn. So anyway, by what's going on now, the price of those commodities keeps going up. So you're like General Mills, they increased all their cereal costs to the consumer by 10 or 15% in January. But anyway, what I was getting to there is, as the cost of fertilizer goes up, the cost of fuel goes up, the cost of processing goes up, that commodity that used to sell for $10 a bushel, now that same item is $30 or $40 a bushel. So that means when bread companies, let's say, or cereal companies, when they buy that product, their price has increased 20 to 30% or even more because of transportation, the cost of fuel and everything. So guess who that's passed on to? The consumer. So that's why inflation is out of control in this country and there's even shortages. But anyway, point being, support the farmers. Farmers literally are the lifeblood of the planet. If you eliminated all the farmers, guess what? Everyone's going to die because there's nothing to eat. Even the ones that, I'm vegan. I'll only buy, okay. Anyway, thanks for watching.